We used OpenAI to write a short horror story.
We are going to be competing in groups of 2
and see who can write the better story.
And then present it to each other to see who comes out victorious. Like and subscribe!
Okay, so right now, we're going to be reading the OpenAI horror stories and see what they have to offer. So who has what stories? I have Among Us.
Yeah.
Michael, you have the
I have
projects.
Search.
Obviously.
And-
I project.
Jonna has Minivan.
I was driving my minivan down the road when I saw a figure in the distance. As I got closer, I saw that it was a young girl, and she was running toward me. I slammed on the brake, but it was too late. I picked up the girl and put her in the van, and then I realized that I don't know how to get her home. So I take her home with me. After I get home, I put her in my bed and tuck her in. I sit down on the edge of the bed to watch her sleep. Then I realize that I don't know who she is. I wake her up to ask her who she is, but she just smiles at me and goes back to sleep. I smile back at her, then realize that I don't know who I am either. I grab her and ask who I am, but she smiles and goes back to sleep. I proceeded to commit succeed suicide.
Oh,
What do you think we'd rate this story?
dude, that was fucking awesome. I like how she said succeed suicide. That was so funny how we said that.
Out of 10, what do you think we'd rate this story?
I rate it
Like,
7.
I think it's like a 6 or a 7.
It's very interesting.
6 or
It's
7?
interesting,
And it
but it
kinda
needs
makes
more.
sense.
It needs more. Like we need to figure out what happened.
Alright, so
now
I guess
Among
Mike's
Us.
gonna read the Among Us. I was the imposter. No one suspected me. Not even when I killed them one by one. But then, I made the mistake of killing the last one in the airlock. I cried out in horror as the doors closed, trapping me inside with the dead bodies. I look for a key card on the bodies, but there isn't one. I'm going to die here, just like them. I scream in anger and frustration as the ship hurtles through space, knowing that I'm the only one left alive. I'll never be able to escape this prison. Then I remember the one other person on board, the imposter. I call the emergency meeting to find the last imposter, but when I look around the table, I realize that I'm the only one left. So I scream in victory as the ship explodes, knowing I've won.
I love
I don't know
that
how
story.
I don't know how to fix that story, so I hope I don't get that one.
I read it 8.
Yeah.
I know how to
It's already-
like,
no,
fix the
thing is,
grammatical errors. but
It's already so good, you don't really need to fix it. So I rate that like an 8 or a 9.
What else are we rating? Is it an 8?
you just need to add on, and I'm not sure what to add on to that.
You know the add on, you're not
Eight.
filling the holes. That's why I think.
There's so much you can add on to that. That has so much
I
potential.
don't know
Yeah.
anything about Among Us, so I wouldn't know.
You already might win if you get Among Us.
Project?
But more than one.
Yep, your turn, Michael.
Yeah, what's up, cuz? Alright. I was Stop! I was trying to answer my black nature.
Like that.
I will! It's the project! Where my brothers and sisters at. I got respect!
No, you gotta read it right so we can see if the story sucks or not.
Yeah, I'm putting too much of my awesome flair to make it amazing.
Yeah, you're making the story good just through human. This is all a robot story.
Oh yeah, I can add
Talk
that.
like this, like you don't know what human English is.
That's gonna be our job. We're gonna be fixing it.
You got a problem with me, cuz? You wanna settle this problem outside?
I think you should still use the accent.
I will.
Yeah, if we get this, you gotta use the accent, Michael.
Alright, I was walking home from the stove when I had a noise coming from one of the abandoned buildings. I decided to investigate and found a group of people living there. They were all covered in blood. And I realized too late, I was surrounded by cannibals finally. What am I kind? My only thought was I should have brought more food, but there was plenty of food right in front of me. I proceeded to back away slowly, as the group starts to circle me around like sharks. Then I turn and run fast as I can. But I forgot one important detail. I left my food at the entrance of the building. The cannibals are gonna have to feast tonight. I run back to the stove to get my food, but it's too late. I can hear the screams coming from that direction of the project. And I know there's nothing I can do to stop it. I submit myself to fate, praying alone, and began the next meal. Knowing I've made many other a meal before me. They run towards me, teeth bared, and I close my eyes, knowing that this is the end.
Alright, that story's not too bad. It needs some work.
You could be like how Corpse used to do his videos. That's what you remind me of right now. You could do that.
How was the top of the
What are
moon,
we
y'all?
rating this?
Rated a fucking 9. That was fucking awesome.
But yeah,
A 9?
that one's good.
You say it's good right off the bat?
Yeah.
What about you, Raven?
It's good.
Yeah, we gotta say about Raven. We gotta
You're rating
say.
it a 9? That high?
You
I
rate
rate it like a 7.6.
You rate it
Yeah,
8.
probably
Let's
the
do
same.
8.
Like 7?
No, 8.
8?
8.
Right
Yeah,
in the
do
middle?
8, so it's in
Yeah,
the
make it
middle.
all even out. Yo, make it even
Alright.
out. You know what I mean? I'm not losing this voice all today, so if anyone fuck with me, y'all getting shot in the fucking brain. So you better all get fucking prepared, cause
All right.
yeah.
I will continue
My
with
turn.
my
Your turn,
threats, I
Shane.
think.
Shut up. Everyone shut up. I have to read now. Okay.
Excuse me.
Shut up.
Who you?
The
Do I need
priest.
to plot the
Oh, wait,
clock on your
shut your mouth.
Fuck no. What do you think I am, cuz?
Shut your mouth.
Who the fuck you think you talking to?
Excuse you.
Yeah, sorry, apologize. Apologize to my quick
You should
grandma.
apologize.
Apologies
Shut
to
up.
heavens.
Shut
Sorry,
up.
my apologies.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm the game master.
The priest always looks so peaceful when he's saying mass. I can't help but wonder what he's really thinking when he sees all of us in congregation. So I asked the priest if he could say a special prayer for my mother, who has fallen ill after the mass. I go to the confession booth and the priest is in there. I ask him what he was really thinking during the service. He said, I was thinking about how I'm going to kill you and your mother. Why? Why did the priest want to kill my mother and her child? Why did I switch accents? There could be any number of reasons. Maybe he's secretly evil, or maybe he's just mentally unstable. Either way, it would be a horrifying discovery for my mother and her child. I run away and call the police, but it's too late. The priest has already killed them both, so I call the firemen to come and bring the church down. Among them are men who are secretly priests. They all look so peaceful as they stand around the fire, but I can't help but wonder what they're really thinking. But that's too bad for them, because I know what they're thinking. They're thinking about how they're going to kill me.
Honestly, that was actually really good.
I was gonna say it's a 5.
Oh, really? I'm gonna rate it a 7.
My accent made it better. My accent made
Yeah,
it
it
better.
did. It's a 6.
I gotta be honest, I like the ending, and whoever does, I really hope they keep it. Like, I already know what they think.
Oh.
They're gonna try to
So what is our
kill me.
rating? What does everyone think?
7.
Yeah, I'd rate it about a 7. 6, 7, something like that.
6, rate it 6.
Alright, what do you think?
John said 6.5 if he's muted.
You muted? Oh.
Yeah.
So what is it, like a 6, 7?
6.
6.
Oh, yeah, I just put a
Okay.
6.
John, I have an idea.
So here's all of our rating.
Why don't we, you and me, pick one? Because we're a team.
No, we're spinning a wheel.
What the fuck?
Alright.
No!
Who are we
I
doing?
I'm afraid
You
of getting
like
Among
more?
Us.
You two first.
I want to do the
I'll-
project!
Us, do
Too
us.
bad. Who no one knows what we're getting.
If we get it, you can still read it for us.
So we're
Okay.
doing you guys first?
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys get...
Please don't get Among Us.
Ooh!
Oh my God.
You guys got the projects!
I'm sorry, Michael.
You!
I'm sorry,
Alright.
Michael. We'll still let you read that one for us since
Alright,
we
what are
got
you
the
hoping for,
accent.
Michael?
Fuck you. Among Us, I guess.
To see what we get.
See, dog.
We got
Yeah, we
church. Okay.
Motherfucker.
You got my favorite one. Michael, okay. Michael, I have a proposition for you.
What?
If I let you read the projects, can you let me read church?
Deal.
Deal. All right.
You
I'll
guys are
write it
gonna
and I'll
read each
read
other's
it.
after we do it?
Yeah.
Just us two, but those ones only because we have our voices already.
Yeah,
set,
we
so-
have our accents that we have to use.
Right, me and Michael get church, right?
Yeah, y'all got church, and then we got projects.
2 more left then.
I thought you
Shay,
Yana.
which one? Raven, which one do you want?
The one I read because I was able to read it.
Oh,
Spit
never
it,
mind.
baby, spit it.
Alright, we're spinning for me and you,
I
Mike.
don't.
That fucking.
I hope you
Is
get
it
Among
Among
Us.
We got Among Us.
That means we get
Alright,
minivan.
So you guys got minivan also. Alright, I'll send you guys minivan.
Minivan's the one I read, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's like,
Okay.
ah, sweet.
I already made a Google Doc. I'll just invite you to it.
Died it. What? Okay, my name is Keithson. This is my co-host, Jibble Jibba Jim.
It's Jiggle B. Jones, dumbass.
Nobody cares. We're here today because there were some audio issues. There were some issues in general. So we have to do this. Today we're going to be commenting on this video. We're going to be commenting on this competition. It's a AI writing competition. Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, so we're commenting on Team 1 and Team 2. Commenting on this video.
They seem to be starting completely even footing, meaning no one has an advantage, even though one team does have someone who's black. Yeah, they both have... Why don't they have team names?
They have team names. They have Team 1 and Team 2. It's not creative, but it's something. Gotta give them credit.
We got Jiggle. So thing 1, it seems to be
Jiggle.
Jay.
Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Stop that. What I think of Team 2? What I think of Team 2? They have a strong lead. They're men. They're strong.
Yeah, but they also look like they have name-generated names, okay? We have John and Michael. What's next? We have Joe.
Oh my god, what are they're typing so fast? How do they type so fast? Do you see that?
I don't know, I think this is the goat of writing. This is the William Shakespeare of writing.
What? Oh my, how can you type that? Oh my god, what is happening right? No!
Squeeze it out.
Steve! What if this is his writing? What if he's writing this fast? This is incredible. This is insane. How can you write that fast with your fingers?
I didn't know women could even write. What? Is this just a fight against woman versus man?
I never even thought about that. You keep bringing up very sensitive topics.
I'll show you some sensitive things.
Oh no. Jibble, what is your thoughts on how he's doing this? Look at that. Laura, he's having a stroke. Look, get away from the camera. We can't do this right now. I remember at church when I was little. Give me a second. At church when I was little, my Superman figure. Are you fucking serious, Gibble? Why do you have to be? God.
Bro, I literally cannot feel emotions. I am a psychopath.
You can. How do you not feel emotions?
I'm a psychopath.
You're not a psychopath. You're a human. Back to the video. Minivans. I remember my stepdad had a minivan. He literally had so many hammers in that minivan.
Did he know someone named Jiggy? I know a guy named Jiggy.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I know a guy named Jiggy Jr.
He keeps talking about his penis. You're always talking about your penis. You're always talking about nasty shit. What are you... I remember at work you got caught playing a video game. Was that Among Us? Sore topic.
I don't think playing with video games is the worst thing I've played with side work.
At church, I heard that you used to work at a church, didn't you? Yeah. What do you think about that? What do you think about Team 2 with the church story?
I used to go to church and sharpen people's knives. The other night, I caught a purple bass. It was about 18 inches long, and it was a pretty good catch. Fry that up, and it tastes.
We have to cut your story off, sir. I'm sorry. Back to our regularly scheduled program, people.
Should we go first, or you guys want to go first?
Why are we just doing the order that all came out? Minivan, better have minivan. Go first.
Do you just want me to read it now?
Yeah. Read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I was driving down an old abandoned road in my minivan. Along the side of the road, all you could see for miles were trees after tree. There grew a never-ending storm. I was driving just fine until it seemed like out of nowhere a kid came out of the middle of the fucking road. She had long, black, unwashed hair, and she was skinny and pale, as if she hadn't eaten in days. I then snap out of questioning where the kid came from, realizing I hit her. I hit a fucking kid. I started panicking, thinking I'm going to jail. I picked her up and put her in the passenger seat of my minivan, pushing old food and papers out of the way. Then I buckled her and headed on my way. Soon I realized I don't know where this little girl lives. So I take her to my place and lay her in my bed. I sit down on the edge of the bed and make sure she's sleeping okay. I give her time to wake up, and then when she did, I asked her, "Who are you?" To my disarray, she only smiled and turned her head. So I smiled back. An hour or maybe two passed. I forget who I was. I asked her. She only smiled as I cried. I rushed to the bathroom, staring in the mirror, back at my reflection. More tears flooded as I dug under my skin, first the nails, then the fingers, then the fingertips, then the whole fingers. Looking at myself, I only go to my closet and grab a baseball bat. I run out the the front door, bashing my minivan in. All I could yell was, "It's your fault, I blame you." Then everything went black. I later wake up floating in a hospital. Then it hit me that the girl I saw was my little sister, Lynn Merriam. And as for me, I was dead Jake Merriam.
I was dead, Jake?
That's what I said. Yeah, well, he's dead. That was all a vision that he saw in his past life. Okay, hang on. My favorite part, however, was the writing when he dug under his skin, like pulled his face off. That was my favorite part to write.
Yeah.
I was kind of annoyed that there wasn't like a full story to it, so I gave him a full story. I gave him a name, man.
Alright, so how are we gonna rate this story now? What was it originally?
Original rating was a 6.
I would have to say it is now an 8.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
Hey,
Alright, who's
okay,
next?
should be me first, Among Us.
Among Us. Woo!
Alright, I should start reading?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm the imposter. I already know that people find me quite sussy baka already, so I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but that doesn't matter. I don't want to kill anyone, but I have no choice. I have to do my job as a super sussy baka imposter. I found a crewmate chilling at the card reader. I was thinking that maybe they should be my first target, but they're my best friend. I can't take my super sussy energy out on them, so I left the card reader. I turned off the power and I went to electrical to see if I could catch anyone off guard. A move that nobody's ever pulled in Among Us history. I thought to myself, man, nobody's ever done something like that before. Nobody will ever find me sus because I've never made a good play in my life. The last game I pulled the most shitty, stinky, poopy move by killing Disguised Toast in front of Valkyrie and sussy corpse husband. Needless to say, I lost that game as soon as they reported the body. But anyways, let's get back to the present. I have successfully killed 2 people at electrical. No one suspects me, unsurprisingly. Not even when I killed them one by one. Although I think Disguised Toast might have been onto me. But then I made the mistake of killing Jacksepticeye in the airlock. I cry out in horror as the doors close, trapping me inside with the dead bodies. The Disguised Toast was running towards the emergency meeting button. I look for a key card on the bodies, but there isn't one. I'm going to die here, just like them. I scream in anger and frustration as the ship hurtles through space and I watch Disguised Toast run to suss me out, knowing that he is one of the only ones left alive. I'll never be able to get the dub on these fools. Then I remembered the one other person on board, the other imposter. Disguised Toast starts the emergency meeting, and luckily the other imposter is there. But when I look around the table, I realize that I'm the only one left that is sus. So me and the other imposter do our best to make Disguised Toast look sus to get the chance to get the dub. But we all already know that people are going to vote him out already because he's always sus by having such a huge 5-head. So I scream in victory as the ship explodes, knowing that I've won.
I would have to rate that a definitely improved.
I'd have to rate it a 4.
It's not bad. I do see a lot of grammatical errors, though.
Grammatical errors.
The last rating was an 8.
This one's really good. I think it's a 9. Or
Alright.
maybe an 8.
8.5. 8.5.
Yeah.
I'd say a solid 8.7.
Alright, y'all ready?
Oh wait, you're gonna have to read it, Michael?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Michael's
yes.
gonna read it. And then I'm gonna read the one he wrote.
Alright, y'all filthy maggots ready?
Yeah.
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 Alright, cool.
I woke up this morning and decided I need some sugar. I've been out for a few weeks and I've been trying to make a pie, but without my sugar, I can't really make a good pie. I went out to the 7-Eleven down the street from me. It was like a 2-hour walk. I don't even have a car, and get shot if I go the short way. So I went to 7-Eleven and got my shit. I paid the cashier, but he looked up. He was like, it was my wanted poster. I looked down at the cashier. He gave me my items, and immediately I had the phone in his hand. I took my gun out, and in front of God and everybody, I shot him to death because nobody was there. But I know God was watching. I took a knife from behind the corner, chopped him up. Ooh, that souffle. Put him in my bag. What he didn't know was I eat people, not animals. Animals don't deserve that shit, man. I ran out of the store as fast as possible with my meal and my sugar in hand. I ran at least 20 miles to the woods. The cops were gonna come in any minute. They're gonna get me. Oh God. I had to call for backup. But my friend said that he wasn't gonna go show up. Some friends they were. I kept going until I found a train. That's it. That is, until I heard a loud noise come from an abandoned building. Next, I decided I'd take the white girl's route and go explore the day. What day is it to be? opposite. When I walked in, I found a group of motherfuckers living inside. They are covered in blood, especially in their mouths. That's when I realized I'm surrounded by cannibals. Oh damn, it's one of my kind. I gotta run. I yelled out, I ran to another abandoned building in this part. My next thought was I should have brought my food. But there was plenty of food right in front of me if I just turned around, but I couldn't. They would have skinned me alive. God damn it, I needed that food. I proceeded to turn around slowly, walk back to find them, crip walking and all that shit. They weren't too far behind, so I tried to walk slowly past them. But as I inched closer, they circled me like sharks curling a seal. Then I turned and run as fast as I can. But I forgot one important detail. I left my food at the entrance of the building. I ran past them, went and get my food, but it was gone. I ran back home to kill someone else and feed off them. But it was already too late. I could hear those screams coming from all over the projects. There's nothing I can do to stop them, any of them. I knee down on one knee and ask Jesus. Wow, man, why you do this to me? You knew I was having a hard time, and I shook my head. I submit myself and become the next meal, knowing that I had made another meal before. My mother could be ashamed. They ran towards me, teeth bared, and I closed my eyes, knowing that this is the end and I would never see the light of day again.
I think that might be like a 9.
That was
pretty good.
Awesome. That was actually
That was solid.
That was solid good.
Thank you.
I personally like how
I'm a writer. I told you I can write. I just haven't so long. I told you.
Personally, I like how I shot the motherfucker in the face and chopped him up and put him in my bag and went back home running.
Are we going with a 9? Or are we
Yes,
going
a
a 10?
9. You know, fucking give it a 10. That was fucking good. Give it a
You
fucking
agree,
10.
Raven?
Fucking 20.
We're doing a
Is it-
10 here.
You got a fucking 10. Now, Shay, this is pretty long, so be prepared.
Alright, I got this. The priest always looked so peaceful when he was singing to the mass. He had an average singing voice, but he would always look like an angel welcoming people to the pearly gates of heaven. I can't help but wonder what he's really thinking about when he sings to all of us in the congregation. My mother would love his singing, but she's been bedridden for a while now, and the doctors don't know if she will ever recover. I should ask the priest to say a special prayer. I walked to the confession booth to speak with the priest. Priest, your singing was amazing as always, I said. Thank you, Shady, said the priest. I wish Mother could have been here to listen to you. She would have loved your voice, I said. Yes, I would have too, said the priest while smirking. Would you say a special prayer for my ill mother, priest? Said Shady. Yes, of course, said the priest in a wicked tone. When I heard that, I questioned the response. After the prayer, I was filled with more curiosity, so I asked him what he was really thinking about during the service. He says, I was thinking about how I'm going to devour you and your mother. Why would you want to do that? Why would I say that out loud? I should be running, but I was frozen still, afraid to move. The air in the box gets cold. I can see my own breath at this point. There could be any number of reasons. Maybe secretly a demon. Maybe he's just mentally unstable and left the air conditioner on, like it were literally below zero outside. Either way, I need to run. I run out of the box and leave the church, looking for a payphone. I grabbed the few quarters I had and called the police, but it's too late. The priest has already eaten all the cops in the city. That probably explains why the corner store has been robbed a few more times than usual. So I called the firemen to come and burn the church down. Weird, huh? Yeah, I said the same thing. Well, anyway, the fireman burned the church down and the priest screamed in pain. His screams could be heard by all the other churches in the area. Soon enough, I wasn't alone. Men appeared in clothes the priest would wear. Oh wait, there's priests as well. They transform into demons. I shiver and close my eyes thinking my time is up, but I look and there is no demon surrounding me. I turn around and see that they're all looking at the fire. They look so peaceful as they stand around the building, but I can't help but wonder what they're really thinking. But I already knew what they were thinking. Fire surrounds me and sharp red horns grow from my head and a tail that burns as bright as the sun. A huge grin appears on my face. No one will devour me or my mother before me.
What did you think?
I liked it.
Yeah, what are we rating this? What was the original rating?
The original
rating was a 6.
What y'all think of my story? What you think? You better pick right. I got my Glock in your head right now. You can't see it, but I got it.
I think it's maybe like an 8.
I'm rating it like a 10.
Yeah, I'd say like an 8.3.
I think it's like an 8.3 or 8.5.
I heard a 10. I'm just saying, I heard a 10.
Everyone got an 8 besides Shay's story. So what is the takeaway from all this?
I loved it.
Then we
That's
should
good.
do it.
Yeah.
Only if it gets us. Only if we get 100 views.
Nah,
I will
200
make
views.
I will make several alt accounts. I will make several alt
She
accounts.
just makes a 1,000 alt account just to support her sister. It's like, I'll do it
Yeah,
all
we have to
her.
get 1,000 views.
Wait, guys, wait. I just want to say, you people watching, make sure to comment down below and tell us who do you believe that won. We know who we think won, but what do you think?
Yeah.
And I
Do you
just want to
think
say,
me and
What
Michael
are we
won.
talking? What are you talking
Wait,
about?
who's winning? There's like 3 different like things, I guess.
hey,
There's
this is
who did
hey,
better, human or AI, and there's also who did better, us or you guys.
basically decide in the comments. But I just want to say to all of us, we all did great.
Now, you think we're all done here?
Wait, we
Yeah.
have
Everyone
to have an outro. We have to have an outro. Top of the afternoon, guys, and I hope
I
you
feel like we
enjoyed.
just
I'll
have
just put a
that.
meme at the end.
What?
I'll just put a meme at the end.
That... No, don't, please.
Jiggle, you know what I just realized?
70% of you guys aren't even subscribed.
You heard that, people. 70%, not 60. Subscribe to FMB. We know where you live. We know. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Okay? It's a simple little task.
Subscribe now!